Parshas Pekudei, we're the second reading. We continue today's learning for Refuah Shlema of Shendel Bas Tova. It's for the Mazel Tov of a new Jewish girl in this world, Esther Sabina Bas Ariel Shlomo, and it's for the Jews of Agadir. That an earthquake, when? How many years ago? 1960. Huh?
They're 2029, so for sure it was 1960.
A huge earthquake that 17,000 people were killed, 5,000 Jews. So in their memory, today we have breakfast over here. And in their memory, we will remember them every day now because breakfast is so good over here. Oh, so Jonathan and his wife Hannah were making the breakfast for us. He lost 14 members of his family, and that, huh? He's an earthquake survivor. We're all survivors of something. L'chaim, l'chaim, l'chaim.
Survivors of Rabbi Fine.
Some of you haven't survived yet. All right. Shimalei, are you ready to survive now the learning or thrive on the learning? Are you going to survive the learning or thrive in the learning? Okay. Okay. So you have on the screen over here, you have today's Chumash. You can follow on the screen if you'd like. We have students here. We have students around the world joining us right now. Yas is a ephod, and he made the ephod. Who remembers what the ephod is?
The apron.
The backwards apron, exactly. The apron. Who wore it? Yeah, Kohen Gadol, exactly. Very good. So he made now the ephod, Zohav from gold, Tcheles from blue, Va'argaman, and from purple, Shani, and from crimson wool. 3 types of wool, Shani, and also from linen. Vishesh Vishesh. Vishesh is linen. Mashzar means it was twisted. The Raku is Pache Hazav. They hammered out the sheets of gold. The kitzeitz psilim, and they cut out threads from the gold. Laseis b'seichat cheles, to make that gold in the blue wool. And also in the purple wool, and in the crimson wool, and in the linen. This is a work of a master weaver. A work of a master weaver. So, folks, this learning is in honor of those souls. Very important. Very important that we feed the body and we feed the soul. So there's definitely very good feed for the body over here. And hopefully this is going to be good feed for the soul too, together with it. Okay, so Rashi. It was hammered out that v'yiraku in Rashi. It was hammered out or thinned out, spread out, thinned out. So the word v'yiraku actually is, we say it every morning in the davening, that Hashem spreads out the earth over the water. A miracle every day. That earth is above water. Should be the other way around, by the way, because earth is heavier and or more dense. I don't know, more dense, but should be below. But the miracle, what I call it, means he spreads it. So him who flattens the earth, understood kitarguma didu. It's rendered according to Onkeles, and he beat it out to flatten it out. Tasim is azov, means it would beat out plates from gold to make gold plates, and then they would cut them into strands and then put it together. This is all making the ephod, the backwards apron. And in Old French, it's tondre. How was that Old French? Was good? It was good. It was old. Tasim dakim, thin plates. Kan hu melamedcha. This teaches you over here. How they spin the gold with the threads of the various materials. There are 4 materials, 3 different types of wool and linen, together with gold. So that was quite an artistic work. They would beat out the plates. And they would cut strands from them across the length of the plate. Lastly, says some silim taruves im kolmin v'min. So you make strands and mix it together with each variety of material. In the chayshin and in the ephod. Both of them had the gold strands. Shenemar by him, as it says in Zahab, that there was gold. Right? They were the only garments that had gold in them. There was one thread of gold intertwined with 6 strands of turquoise wool. Likewise with every other variety. Otherwise, there are 4 different types of material, 6 strands of each. So you had 24, and then you had 1 strand of gold mixed into that. For all the varieties of the 4 types of material were 6-fold threads. And the gold was the 7th with each one of them. So I guess it was 4 because it was 28 strands altogether of material that was then sewn together or weaved together. Okay. I think that's it for Rashi for today. Now we go into verses. Seifes also is chayvres. They made a connecting shoulder straps al shnei kteisav on the 2 ends. So now we're talking about the apron, and it had shoulder straps on it, right? The chubar, and they were entirely connected, and that's the shoulder straps that were connected the front to the back. The chesheba there was a decorative band asher olav that was upon it. Mimenu hu kemaisehu zav tchelas argamon sanadishana v'sheish mazar shetziv Hashem le'etzmeisha, and they were made from the same work of gold, blue wool, purple wool, and crimson wool, and twisted linen. All of it was twisted as Hashem commanded Moshe. V'yasu is avnei hashoyam. So that we're finished with the ephod. Now we're speaking about the avnei shoyam, the shoyam stones. Musabois mishbatay zav mefutaches petuche chaysam al shmeis bnei Israel, and there were settings on the ephod, shoham stones that were enclosed in gold settings that were on the top of the shoulders. 2 stones that had the names of all the tribes. 6 tribes on one stone and 6 tribes on the other stone. Maybe Rashi, the verse will say it. Let's see. Good morning, Rabbi. Good morning, Shmuel. Thank you, Shmuel, for the wonderful eggs. Even if you give us a hard time, you love me. I thought you loved me because I give you a hard time. Yeah. And they put them on the shoulder straps of the ephod. And these stones are called remembrance of the children of Israel, the sons of Israel. As Hashem commanded. So you had the 12 sons of Moshe, of Yaakov, right? Of Bnei Israel. Those are the children of the sons of Israel, Rav Yaakov. And so they were written on the stones that were connecting on the shoulder straps. Yas is a chayshin, mais a chayshin. Now, speaking about the chayshin is the breastplate, it's translated. Mais a chayshin, it's a master weaver's work. Mais ephod, like that work of the ephod. In other words, it took the same type of talent to make the breastplate. Zav, also, look at that, made out of gold. Again, Only two things of the garments were made with gold, and that was the ephod, the backwards apron, and the breastplate, the choshen. Again, gold together with blue, purple, and crimson wool, and linen. They were all twisted together. They were kofel shisha, as Rashi just told us, right? They were twisted 6 strands of each material. Ravua haya kofel, and it was square. The choshen, the breastplate, was square, right? Suas choshen zeras arkay v'zeras rachvei kofel. It was the length of one span doubled. The Yamale, boy, arba turim eventur adaim pitma varekes v'tura echad, and they were filled with 4 rows of stones. So you had 4 rows of stones, 3 going across. Or 1 second, no, I'm sorry, 3 rows, 4 going across. One row adam pitma varekes. No, sorry, 3 across, 4 down. And the second row, the second row in Yud Aleph, Yud Aleph 11. These are all different types of stones. A neifach, a sapir, and a yahalim. The third row was a leshem, a shevoy, and a achlama. And we have any experts here? Stone gem experts over here? Anybody? No. Oh, we have a gem expert right over here. A gem expert. Take it out of your pockets, please. Take the gems out. Show us. Atura Revi, the 4th row. Tur means a row. Revi is the 4th. Tarshish, Shoyham, Viyashve. Those are the right. So they were in a gold setting in their fillings. This is on the choshen. Let's 1 second. We had the choshen. We already had this in Parsha. Which Parsha did we learn this, by the way? Anybody remember? Tetzaveh, exactly. In Parsha Tetzaveh, we learned about the clothes of the Kohanim and the Kohen Gadol. So here's the choshen. It's very small. You see the choshen over here, right? And you have the 4 rows, 3 across. Okay, verse number 14. The avonim and the stones al Shemais b'nei Israel, on the names of the sons of Israel, Heina, correspond l'shtei Misrei al Shmoi sam petuchei chaysam ish al Shmoi shnei masar shavet. So they were corresponding to their names. They were engraved. Engraving. The word engraving is petuchei chaysam. They were engraved with a seal. Chaysam is a seal. Each person, his name for the 12 tribes. I'm not exactly certain what it means, the seal over here. I guess because they were engraved the name, so it's like a seal, right? I mean, in that sense, they were like a seal. They weren't used as a seal but they were like a seal. And the choshen was made from chains at the edges. So at the bottom over here, there were chains on the bottom, and on the top, they were made with chains at the edges of cable work, pure gold. Maise always zahav tahar. And they were made 2 golden settings and 2 golden rings, right? So at the corners, they made rings on the choshen, on the breastplate, and then they put the chains connected to it. They placed the 2 golden, the cables or the chains, if you will, on the 2 rings at the ends of the choshen. So now the two ends of the cable, so now they're placed on the two settings that are on the shoulder straps of the ephod. So this is part of the sort of like on the ephod, which is that backwards apron that the Kohen wore, Kohen Gadol rather wore, right? And they're attached to on the top of the straps over here that also had two stones, right? And they were attached over there on the front. Their names are written twice. Exactly. Yeah, on the shoulder, you had 6 on one, 6 on the other, and here you had each one separate. Yeah. V'yasu shtei ta'abos zav v'yasim v'shnei tzitz achishen al tzvas asher ever ephod ba'isa. And then there are also two gold rings that were placed on the two ends of the cheshen on the edge, on the inner side of the ephod, towards the inner side. V'yasu shtei ta'abos zav v'yitnu shtei tzitz ha'ephod v'malatem mul panav. Now those two golden rings, they placed the two shoulder straps of the ephod from below. So they also had from below it that they had to fasten it towards its front, adjacent to its seam, and others in the back side above the band of the ephod. And the last verse for today, so they fastened the cheshen rings to the ephod with a cord of blue wool, so that it would be tied to the ephod, and that way the cheshen would not move off the ephod as Hashem had commanded. So you had from the bottom and from the top rings that was fastened in order that it shouldn't move. That is today's Chumash and Rashi. Let's just take a quick. Oh, it's late already. Okay. Yes. Baruch Hashem. So we are in chapter. We're in chapter 39. All right. There's nothing from today. All right. All right, folks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, folks. We'll see you.